back to the Soapy Cauldron. Today I am making a soap that I have hinted at a few times, and that is the Beauxbaton, I don't know. The Beauxbaton Academy in the fourth book, which is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So I'm making the soap based on the scene where the girls walk into the Great Hall for the first time and they have butterflies floating out everywhere. So the soap is going to have butterflies and glitter, and it's going to be really pretty. So if you want to see how I make it, then let's get started. All right, as with everything soap related, you have to start off with oils and lye and water. So in here I have olive oil, palm oil, I have coconut oil, I also have shea butter, cocoa butter, and sweet almond oil, and then this is just my lye and my water. So I'm gonna pour it in here, and then we are gonna stick blend it all together. And this soap is going to be a batch with frosting, so that's why I have a little bit more in here than usual. But in order to start the soaping process, you have to mix it up. This soap is going to have a frosted top, so the first thing that I'm going to do is going to pour off about 2 cups of icing to be our frosting. So I'm just going to pour that off and get it out of the way to harden up. Okay, so that's that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pour off about 1 cup in here, and this is going to be the base of the soap. And I want to have a different color on the bottom. It's like a stripe, but I'm really bad at stripes, so we're not gonna say that. We're just gonna say I want a different color on the bottom, and that is going to be, in here I mixed up some cobalt blue and some black oxide, and that is going to hopefully be maybe navy blue in color. If not, it'll be black, and that'll be fine. And the reason that we're doing this is because if you look really closely at the scene, their shoes have like a navy blue color, almost like an Oxford. Instead of black and white, it's like a navy blue and the corn silk blue. So this is going to represent their shoe. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that up, and then I'm going to pour it in and let it harden. I almost forgot the most important part, and that is the fragrance oil. Today I'm using Butterfly Orchid by Crafter's Choice, and it's very sweet and it smells like honeysuckle maybe, gardenia maybe. It's a flower for sure, but then it also has like a greenery hint in the background, so it kind of smells like a butterfly garden or like a wildflower garden. So let's mix this little cup up. I might see if I can mix it up by hand first, because when I mixed up the color, I mixed it up with some oils, and I thought that maybe that would dilute it a little bit better, but it's looking like no. So I'll probably stick blend it and see if I can get it mixed up better. All right, so I have some black oxide by Crafter's Choice. I'm gonna dump a little bit in there, cover that up, and then I also have a little cobalt blue ultramarine powder that I'm also gonna dump in here. So hopefully we get a nice navy color out of this. Okay, let's see what happens. That looks great, nice and blended together. So I'm gonna pour it into the mold, and all I really want is just a layer right at the bottom. So let's see if I can see that. Okay, move that out of the way. I really just want a thin layer at the bottom to give it some contrast. So let me scrape this off. Oh dear, I was like, where's my spatula? Okay, here we go. empty container. We're gonna give it a few minutes to set up while I mix up the other color. So y'all can't see that in there, can y'all? So it's just sitting at the bottom. Gonna tap it, try to get some of those air bubbles out. Make sure it's all nice and even. Okay, gonna let that sit up for a second while I mix up the other color. All right, into my main batter, I'm going to add our fragrance oil, and I'm also going to add a color that I have blended together. It is it's Celestial Silver Mica and Klein Blue Mica, and they're both by Nurture Soap. And I actually put some oil in here and mixed them all together because I've been having not a ton of trouble. I've been having a little bit of trouble with my colors not blending completely. So I was hoping that by doing this and like pre-mixing it in the oil, it'd work a little bit better. So let's see if I can get all this color out. All right, let's mix this up and see. The color that I want. So I'm going to pour our fragrance oil in here and then check our navy color, see how that's set up, and then see if we can't pour this right on top. All right, this black, gray, navy blue, well, more black than anything really. All right, this has set up really nice and firm. I'm still going to use my spatula to kind of guide it, but we're gonna try to pour it right on top. So now we're going to tap it down. Get some of those air bubbles out. All right, so now we're going to let it sit and mix up our soap frosting. Let's make some soap frosting. So again, I have my batter that I poured off to the side. I'm going to mix it with some titanium dioxide to start with a white base, and then I'm going to add probably some Celestial Blue to see where we get. Okay, so all that did is give me like a more whiter base to start off with. And then I'm gonna add the Celestial Silver Mica by Nurture Soap, and try to give myself a more corn silk blue appearance. Oh, y'all missed it. There was a cloud of mica that just shot in my nose. Lovely. Probably should measure. Yep. I was even gonna say I probably should measure this with a spoon rather than just pour it, because that can happen. Hi. I have mica everywhere. It's on my nose. It's lovely. It's been fun making this soap. Hope you like it. Enough silliness. Back to business. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, so this is like a, I don't know, seafoam green. So I'm going to go get a spoon. See that mica on my finger? Ugh. I'm gonna go get an actual spoon and add in some Klein Blue. I really like this color and we're gonna stick with it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for it to set up to piping consistency, which actually shouldn't be too long. And then I'll come back and pipe the top for y'all. Okay, time to pipe. I don't know what tip this is, to be totally honest. It just looked really cool, so I grabbed it. I don't know. I like it though. Just gonna make these big little plops everywhere. They almost remind me of like their little hats, like the way this is coming out of the tip. Like, you know, they have those little pointy hats on their outfits, the Beauxbaton girls. It's kind of what it reminds me of, so kind of glad I chose it. All right, gonna put the rest of the frosting in here and then finish up. All right, so the last step in this soap is going to be to add the butterflies. So I made all of these little butterflies, and I think I showed y'all the other day, but the ones that I'm putting on top, I put in a bag of Super Sparkles mica. So those are gonna line the top, and then the other ones are gonna be along the side. So I'm gonna have 3 butterflies on every bar of soap, or that's the goal, because I'm really bad about cutting it properly. So 1 butterfly. Hopefully I can do this correctly. 2, I have lines that I'm trying to follow, but I'm usually really bad at following the lines. And this glitter. Oh, this glitter just gets everywhere. 3. Fewer. 5. Whoa. I'm also trying to make sure they're all turned the right way too. 6. I also don't know why I'm counting. And the last one's gonna go, let's scoot this one over a little bit. Okay. And the last one goes right here. Okay, so the next thing to do is to add the little plain-ish butterflies on the sides. So 1 there, and 1 over here. Okay, so I'm gonna finish adding all the butterflies, and then I'll come back and give you a close-up, and then I will wait 18 to 24 hours, and then I'll cut up the entire bar. So stay tuned. All right, this is what it looks like in the mold, and I love it. I actually really love it. I just think it's so pretty, and I love the butterflies, except for that second to last one. I kind of messed up one. I was trying to see if like it would be cuter, you know, if I had them all the same way, but then I was like, that's not working. So anyways, this is what it looks like. I cannot wait to cut this and see if I got the stripe at the bottom right. So I will be back soon. All right, this soap turned out fabulous. I absolutely love it. So let's cut off a little sample piece and see what we are working with. But I can tell just from like the edges and stuff, I rocked these stripes. Ah, so excited. All right, so let's get to cutting this whole soap. I'm so excited, you guys. I just feel like I actually did a stripe, and I'm so excited about it. So this is, let's turn it this way. This is the finished soap. Looks amazing. Ah, I'm just so excited. I love the way that the bottom turned out, because if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I really suck at stripes, and I just am so excited about this. So excited. So excited. Eek! And it smells really good. I was telling a friend of mine how I like the scent, and she said, oh, orchid, I bet that smells really good. And it occurred to me that orchid is a flower, and when I was trying to describe the scent to y'all, I was saying how, oh man, Look at me bragging and look what happens. Gosh, dog, I was so close to having awesome stripes. All right. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. We'll just keep on going. Okay. Well, only 1 bar is not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm really excited. That's not too bad. Okay. Anyways, I was saying how like I couldn't think of what the scent smelled like when I was saying it. I was saying honeysuckle or gardenia, but no, it's orchid. It smells like an orchid flower. So butterfly orchid is the scent. And I'm digging this soap. I think this is probably the best one I've ever made. No lie. Pretty excited about it. Pretty pleased, pretty pumped. Loving it. I love that stripe at the bottom. The stripe at the bottom also turned out really well because I was afraid at first the color was going to be more black than navy blue, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually a good navy blue color, so I think it looks great. Really, really good color for their shoes. And before I made this soap, I actually like re-pulled up the picture of their outfits, and their whole outfits are pretty much corn silk blue. There's really not a lot of detail on them other than like the little ribbons and stuff, but their shoes were just so cute. The little patent leather, almost like little Mary Jane loafers. So that's where I pulled the navy blue from, because it's in there. I said Mary Jane, but I meant Oxford. They're like little Oxford loafers. They're cute, cute. Okay, last little bit for a sample piece. Ooh, sliding on me. Let me fix that. Oh, that's gonna be a mistake. Oh well. Life happens, you know? All right, so let's cut this again. There we go, got it that time. Okay, oh, I'll have to clean that one up. All right, if you get this bar, I'm sorry, but I'll clean it up for you. All right, there you go. Thanks for watching.